Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program Fuckers. And today I thought it'd be a great idea if I sat down and showed you my extensive lens collection, fuckers. That's right, my lens collection. Because I have I've got a full frame camera, which is the Nikon D600. And I gotta say, I love it. I absolutely love the full frame experience. But the full frame experience is only great if you've got the lenses, the glass, to go with it. And I've got a range of lenses. I've got some D lenses and I got G lenses. And the difference is the D lenses themselves, they've got the aperture ring, whereas the G lenses themselves, they don't have that aperture ring. And you might say, well, what fucking purpose is the aperture ring on a modern lens? And I gotta be honest with you. Yes, it doesn't serve much purpose. But I think the G lenses aren't as well made as the D. The D lenses, they tend to be made in Japan, as opposed to the G lenses, which are made in China. So there's that factor, and the other factor is the D lenses. They look like a really well-engineered piece of kit, whereas the G lenses, they're a bit plasticky. So my preference is for my preference really is for the D lenses. However, I've got two G lenses and I bought them as G lenses for a very special reason. Firstly, I've got my mid-range zoom, which is my this is my Nikon. It's my Nikon 24 to 85, and it's a really cool lens. This is the lens that came with the camera. It came in a kit, and it's a really cool mid-range lens. It's got an aperture of 3.5 to 4.5, and it's also got VR, vibration reduction. So that's a really cool feature to have, and it's a really nice mid-range lens there. It's a great all-purpose sort of lens. The next lens I wanted to show you, let's have a look at our hierarchy here. So we'll start off at the lowest aperture. Sorry, the lowest number. So this is the 35mm. This is a 35mm 1.8 aperture G lens. So this is a great lens. It's a prime lens. And this is fantastic for street photography. It's just a cool lens to pick up and off you go. I really love the 35mm. It's a beautiful lens, and it's also pretty light. This was an expensive lens. This was about $640. The D version is a bit cheaper, but I've gone for the G because it's just a new release from Nikon. And it's great for street photography. It's very light. So I gotta say, that's the reason I did that. The next lens in the scale is this is a D lens. It's my nifty 50mm 1.8 aperture. And this is just such a cool lens. And it's exceptionally good value for money. This lens is about $125. It's a D lens. It's a little bit plasticky, a little bit cheap. It's made in, I think it's made in China, made in China. But don't let that distract you. This is probably such a cool lens. It's also great for street photography. The nifty 50, I mean, hey, that is just such a cool lens. Everyone needs a nifty 50. The next lens I wanted to show you is actually we'll come back to the 85. The next one is my 60mm 2.8 D lens, and this is my macro lens. And this is a fantastic lens. I originally bought this when I had my D80, which was a DX camera. And now that I'm shooting with a full frame sucker, this is still my macro lens, and I love it. Absolutely love it. It's a great lens. On a DX, it's a great portrait, but on a full frame, it's not much different to the 50mm. But that I bought it as a macro lens. Beautiful, beautiful lens that there indeed. And the next lens I wanted to cover is my 85mm. My 85mm lens, which is my this is my portrait. It's an 85mm 1.8D. Beautiful lens. This is just absolutely amazing results that I've had with this lens. Been very, very, very happy indeed. Expensive piece of kit, about the $450 mark. And I just love it. Very, very well made. Made in Japan. Love it. It's just such a beautifully engineered product there. And this is another D lens, which is my telephoto lens. This is my Nikon 70-210. And it's a 4-5.6 aperture, and this is a it's a D lens because it's got the aperture ring, and this was from a film camera, and it works beautifully. I've had some fantastic shots with my DX cameras and also with my full frame, so that's my go-to lens there. I've also got a Katina lens, which is a 100-300 lens. And it's a constant 4 aperture, and I absolutely love that lens, but I'm going to cover that in a separate video because it is this video here is basically my Nikon full frame lenses, Nikon lenses for the full frame camera. And I got to tell you, shooting full frame has been probably, I love it, absolutely love it. And it's worth the upgrade. So there you go, fuckers. I'm Archie Luxury talking cameras, and this has been my full frame experience. Tell me what you fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Well done on full frame.